to start off by letting you know that all of my readings are general, so they may or may not resonate with you. So if you find that this reading does not resonate, then it would be in your best interest to book a private reading with me, all right? And all of the information to do that will be in the description below. I also want to invite you to my free Facebook group as well. I feel like I had to burp for a second. But all of the information for that will be in the description below as well. And I'm also hosting a free masterclass where I'm going to be teaching you how to get the man or woman, that you want to fall in love with you. Even if you have, insecurities, even if you have trust issues. Now, this free masterclass is for anyone. If you're single, if you're in a situationship, if you're married and, your marriage isn't going the right way, if you're in a relationship that's complicated, whatever your situation is, this free masterclass is for you as well. All right. So let's get started. All right. So what is the important messages that Leos need to hear this month? Okay, so right off the bat, the important message that you guys need to hear this month is the High Priestess. So what this tells me is that your spirit guides is saying that you need to trust your intuition. There's something that does not seem right, and I feel like you guys are kind of like in your head and saying, well, maybe I'm tripping, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, I could be right, but I don't know. I think I'm wrong. Whenever we feel like something isn't right, and instead of us just trusting what we're feeling, instead of us trusting our gut, we kind of talk ourselves out of it, and we tell ourselves, I'm wrong. Whatever I'm feeling is all in my head. That's essentially what your spirit guides is saying. Listen, whatever you're feeling is going on, more than likely, that's what's going on. All right. And what I'm also seeing is your spirit guides want you to work on your self-esteem. We do have the Queen of Wands here as well. Sorry about that. Someone called me. With the Queen of Wands being here as well, and what I'm getting intuitively is like, what I'm picking up is like your spirit guides is saying that sometimes when we second guess our intuition, it's because of our confidence. Now, let me explain that, right? If you have high confidence, right, and you have high self-esteem, and you have good self-worth, right? When someone treats you a certain way, and you're getting this feeling intuitively like this person isn't treating me right, they're not being honest with me, they're keeping things from me. If we trust our instincts, and if we have good self-worth, right, then it's less likely that anyone can hurt us. So a lot of the times when you don't trust your intuition, a lot of the times it's because your self-esteem is not where it needs to be. If you really think about it, anybody who gets played consistently is because they don't trust their intuition, and it's because their self-esteem is not where it needs to be. So it looks like your spirit guides want you to work on these two areas, because it looks like it is affecting your love life in a major way. We also have the Fool here. I feel like with the Fool, and this is what I'm getting intuitively, and we also have the Seven of Wands here. I just feel like you guys are being very risky when it comes to your love life. Like I'm saying, something feels off, right? You're walking into something acting like you're blindsided, but you're not. It's like all of the things you're feeling is there, but you could just be afraid to trust what you're feeling. It's like you're being foolish. You're reverting back to being like a child who is, coming into the world naive and not knowing the dangers of the world. Think of a baby who's, 1 or 2 years old, and, they're constantly touching everything. And or a kid who touches the fire and you're like, don't touch the fire, you're going to get burnt. And they touch it anyways because they don't understand the dangers. That's kind of how I feel. It's like, something is off, but instead of trusting what you're feeling, you're just not trusting it, okay? And this person leaves you feeling very defensive, almost like you have to stand up to them or you have to stand your ground. And it's because they are totally full of ish. And you know this, but I feel like, Leos, you just won't trust what you're feeling for some reason, okay? So I'm going to ask your spirit guides, what is your overall energy? Yep. So funny. Overall energy is, we have Judgment and we have the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Chalices in the upright. So it really goes to what, I was talking about earlier. There's a decision that you need to make, right? The decision is you need to move on with the Eight of Chalices being here, but you don't want to move on. You should, but you really don't want to. And it's like you're trying to make a decision. You're trying to make a final decision. You're sitting there, you're weighing the pros and the cons. You're in your head. You're thinking about how this person treats you. Do they make you happy? Do y'all argue a lot? Do y'all get along? These are all the things that's running through your mind, right? And there's more bad than there's good. That's why it's time to move on. It's time to move on. But I feel like you're hesitating because with the Ace of Wands being here and the Page of Wands being here, it's like there's a lot of passion in this connection, right? You may be very sexually attracted to this person. They probably have really good sex. I feel like there is a soul tie here. Probably was brought on by sex that you guys had together. So that's not the issue here, okay? I feel like you guys are dealing with someone who is kind of immature and you're totally like more into them than they are into you. That's what I'm getting intuitively. And I'm going to be real with you. People don't realize that sometimes you think you like somebody or you want them, but it's really just that you just really like having sex with them. Like, people don't realize sex is very powerful. Sexual attraction is very powerful. A lot of people think if they're very attracted to the person, that like automatically means they're supposed to be with them. I've even done readings where people will say, I'll say, you need to try to date other type of guys or other type of women. And they'll say, well, the people that like me, that would treat me good, I'm not attracted to them. So it's like we as humans, we are very superficial. And I feel like you're being somewhat superficial here because you do feel like there is a spark between y'all. When you're around them, you could feel this passion, this fire between the both of you. And it is definitely there, but it's not enough to keep this connection going, okay? And I feel like with the Two of Wands reversed, you know that you're no longer like indecisive. You're no longer like wondering what path you should take with this person. It's like you're realizing you really do have to make a decision and stand in it and go in the direction of moving on. I feel like when you were dealing with this person, you were always kind of in this energy of like, what else is out there, because you weren't being treated the right way. You weren't being catered to the way that you deserve and the way that you like. And you've decided to go in self-protection mode. We do have the Four of Pentacles here. So it's like you've decided to focus on yourself and to protect your heart and to no longer, be in this space where you're just not being treated the way you want to be treated. Okay? So I want to know, how does this person feel about you? So how does this person feel about the Leo? So Leos, we have the Three of Cups here and we have the Lovers. I'm gonna be real with you, and then we have the Six of Swords. I'm feeling something intuitively. It's coming like very strong. I'm gonna be honest with you, Leos. I feel like this person has someone else on the side. I feel like there is a third party interference here. I feel like this person may have met like another person through like a socializing gathering or something like that. But their feelings towards you is that they feel like you guys do have a mutual connection, right? They feel like, you know, it's very genuine the way you feel about them and the way they feel about you. So they do like you. I'm not pulling so much love though. I'm pulling more like they kind of like friendship. And I know that sounds weird, like why would my friend want to have sex with me? But that's what people do though. Like someone could totally have sex with you and have some type of romantic feelings for you, but not see you as someone that they could be like in a very committed relationship with, more like friends with benefits. That's kind of the vibe I'm pulling. This person may like somewhat friend zone you, but still like sleep with you. But I do feel like there is a third party situation going on here. But I feel this person, like I said, they do have feelings for you. They do feel like, you know, there's a mutual connection. You know, you make them feel good. You make them feel at peace with the Six of Swords here. It's like you're kind of their safe haven. So it could be that they had someone else before you. And when you kind of came along, it's like, you know, you were kind of like their go-to when they were having problems with that other person. Or they could have just added that other person, you know, once they met you or whatever, however way it went. But ultimately, they do feel like, you know, when times are hard for them, they do kind of go to you and you know, you bring peace to them. We do have the Star here. So that's all about, like, I feel like you represent like a lot of peace and like you may be very spiritual. You may have more of a positive outlook when it comes to things. So when things are wrong, they kind of go to you and you make them feel better. You may even like kind of help them tap into their spirituality, but they do feel like the connection you guys have is very spiritual. And I've had those connections with people before. It's like they feel like they could talk to you about anything. They could come to you about anything. So that is something that makes them feel really good. We also have the Sun here. So that all, it's kind of confirming what I'm feeling. It's like, I just feel like you're a very peaceful person. You're very optimistic. You're happy for the most part. And that's what's drawn them to you. This person could be a bit dark and toxic. We do have the Nine of Swords here. So I'm pulling like this, and remember, I'm pulling what I feel intuitively as well. I feel like this person has like anxiety problems. They're very like anxious. They stress a lot. They worry too much. And you are more peaceful. You're more optimistic. You're more like go with the flow. Even when things are going, you know, bad, you still have a positive outlook, and that's what they like about you. But I feel like they just still have this third party, and I'm not seeing that they're wanting to let it go, honestly, okay? But like I said, I feel like they're somewhat friend zoning you. Like they'll sleep with you and they'll feel like you guys could have this strong connection, but they'll still friend zone you. Friends with benefits, you know, people do it all the freaking time. And sometimes we're like, why did they do that? And sometimes they don't even know, okay? So my final question is going to be, what should the Leos do? What should the Leos do? We have the Eight of Chalices again. Leos, you should move on. We have the Eight of Chalices again. Ten of Swords. Yeah, like, I honestly feel like you feel betrayed by this person. It's a constant uphill battle. You know, it's a lot of mental anguish that you feel towards this person. But the good thing with the Ten of Swords being here, I meant to say, did I say Ten of Pentacles? If I said Ten of Pentacles, I meant to say Ten of Swords. Sorry. It's the ending. But the tens, you've come to completion. This person can't hurt you anymore. Things can't get worse than it already is. It can only go up from here. You know, it's that type of vibe. And we have the Empress. I feel like with the Empress being here, remember I talked about self-esteem and self-work and feeling good about yourself and being confident. I feel like with the Empress being here, you might have kind of lost yourself. You may have like neglected yourself too, like maybe even physically, not really taking care of yourself, not really, you know, nurturing your body, not really caring about the way you look. Maybe you gained some weight through dealing with this person, or you might have lost some weight, but it's like your spirit guides are saying you are a beautiful person, and you need to realize that and make that, you know, come out on the outside, you know, work more on, you know, the outer layer of you. You know, you're full of abundance. People, you know, come to you because of that. You know, you bring life to anything that you touch. You are a beautiful person. You have this glow about you. And I feel like through you dealing with this person and this person kind of messing up your self-esteem, you lost that. It's the thing that first attracted them to you. And it's like you just lost yourself through dealing with this person. And it happens all the time. It's happened to me. You know, you get treated the wrong way. You could either gain some weight, lose some weight, not care how you look. And then, you know, you realize it's not worth it. And then you start working on yourself. And it's a beautiful thing when you just become more self-aware and, you know, more confident in yourself. And it's not easy. And, you know, you'll never get there 100%. There will always be something that you feel like could be better, but you work on it. Okay. So anyways, Leos, I hope you found this reading helpful. If you did, please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. If you would like to book a private reading with me, all of the information to do that is in the description below. If you'd like to join my free Facebook group, all the information to do that is in the description below as well. If you would like to join my free masterclass, all of the information to do that is in the description as well. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, Leos.